Today we embark on a new season, folks, as year 4 is going to get underway today. But what got us here to this opening night against the Cleveland Cavaliers? Well, a play-in tournament loss last season, going 0-2, both of them home games. One loss was in a blowout against the Cavaliers. They completely controlled the entire game. Then we had a very close game against the Knicks, but they came out on top despite us having a fourth quarter lead. But what moves did we make to get us to this point? Well, first, we signed Quentin Grimes and Corey Kispert, who now slot in Grimes as the starter and Kispert as a really high minute backup alongside Cole Anthony, Dalen Webb, and Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. And Robinson-Earl we acquired in that trade with Jamal Murray, trading up from pick 16 to pick 8. And with pick 8, we of course took Steve Ray, who is a guy that can really contribute right off the bat. His lowest rating is rebounding at C-. Everything else is a C+ or higher. So he's in a really good starting place, but because of that B- potential, there just might not be a whole lot of growing room going forward. So we'll see how much he can contribute, but he's a very good defender. He's got 2 badges. He can shoot on a pretty decent level. So still waiting to see what he can do, and we'll find out today in about 15 minutes of action what he can do on the court. So not a whole lot of change. Obviously, giving away Jamal Murray was the biggest move in the offseason, and it was a boneheaded play by me to make that trade before the draft started. What I should have done is just simmed until I got to the pick where I felt comfortable trying to trade up. Try to trade up. If you trade up, then you have the guy that you want. But if you don't trade up, then you just move on to your next pick, and then you don't even have to trade up if they took the guy that you wanted. But unfortunately, I already traded up, and the Spurs, of course, took the pick just before I wanted him. But that's okay. We missed out on Jackie Winnington. We got Steve Ray, and now we're looking at Quentin Grimes as the starting shooting guard now. But the 2 main guys that we're focusing on are Mac Boyd and Dario Jovanovic, both of whom had significant player development in the offseason. Both guys went up by, I think, 4 or 5 overall points. Their potentials both went up too, which I did not expect whatsoever. But Mac Boyd now looks to be a really well-rounded, solid shooter, just a really awesome offensive player. Defense needs work, but he has the tools to be great on both ends. Jovanovic really improved in shooting. He got a lot of playmaking badges too, and I'm looking for him to be a better just offensive player. I'm not going to expect a huge defensive shift for him, but I will expect a lot better shooting and a lot better passing too, and better just overall decision making. Corey Kispert, I expect him to fill in the Buddy Hield role a bit better than Buddy Hield did, but he's younger. He's only 27 years old. I think he's a really good fit for what we're looking for, especially off the bench where you kind of need better 3-point shooters, with Cole Anthony having a bit of a dip in the offseason in that. But Quentin Grimes, great defender, solid shooter. I think he'll be a really solid starter as well. Taylor Hendricks had some growth, not a whole lot. Still has that B+ potential though, so we're still kind of waiting for him to develop into what he can fully become. But Jalen Duren is on his way. Dalen Webb is probably not going to progress a whole lot much further, but I don't think he really needs to. And now we're here. It is the first game in year 4. One other big change I made between the offseason and today was I changed our playbook. I just wasn't satisfied with the plays that we were seeing in the Hawks playbook, which is the one that we were currently running in the first 3 seasons. But I have changed it to the Kings playbook. So I don't really know what these plays look like, but I kept the assigned plays the exact same. So the type of plays that are going to be run for each player are the same as before, as they were, but the actual plays being run are different ones. So we'll see what that looks like today. I just want to get a bit of a litmus test on that. And then against the Cavaliers, I just knew that we had to specifically scheme against this team. And so we are going to have Quentin Grimes guard Darius Garland specifically. And I think that was the only main change I wanted to make. I think we can let everybody else match up to who they want. But Grimes has to be on Garland because Jovanovic is going to get absolutely burned if we put him on him. But the Cavs have already lost one game. They played on opening night and lost it. But now it's our opening night at home. And we do have a bit of a new jersey design, which you'll see in action today. So let's go home and face the Cleveland Cavaliers on opening night. Atlantic Arena welcomes you to Virginia Beach as Year 4 officially tips off with the Virginia Beach Neptunes, folks. Here we go at home. Our first game of the season. Game 1 of 82. Well, Garland's going ISO mode on the first play. Trying to blow by Grimes, and he got the stop, but Garland gets it back. How? I hate that on the first play, to get the stop and then still allow a bucket somehow. And a three-point play at that. What I'm looking for today is to see Mac Boyd and Jovanovic be very aggressive on the offensive end. I don't want bad shots, but I want a lot of shots for both players. And that's what I'm looking for. Allen tracks down the Sohan miss and puts it through. It's 5-0 Cavaliers. Duren comes over and sets the screen. Boyd over the top, back to him. And we go back to Jovanovic. He's trying to take on Garland. Can't take him down low. At the elbow. Has to shoot over him, and he missed the shot. Good defense by Garland, but gotta find ways to get past him and get down low. Now there's another mismatch. But Hendricks pokes the ball out and stole it. Still looking for our first bucket. Jovanovic, though, inside. Missed it. Allen was there to help out. He's 0 for 2. Boyd's 0 for 1. How is there another mismatch? This happened again. Hendricks, another steal. 2 in a row. I guess it's working out. All screen out on the wing for Boyd. He gets past it, fires, missed it. Duren tracks it down. But our Stars are 0 for 4 in total. Jovanovic steps back, and this time hits our first bucket. That's the first one for the Neptunes this season. Off the screen, Garland pulls the trigger. That one rattles out. A little bit of isolation here for Jovanovic. No, he passes out. He finds Grimes in the corner. That one's off, but Duren's there. And he tried to put the putback in off of the backboard. The back of the backboard. Okay. Well, it seems a couple of guys at the very least are a little bit rusty. Mobley, little slight fadeaway jumper, got it from the paint. 5-point lead for the Cavaliers. Got to get the offense going here. I feel like I say it at the start of every game, but we step out of bounds, turnover. Off the screen, Sohan, the triple, no. Thankfully, their threes have not fallen in these first couple of minutes, but once they do, we got to be able to keep up with them. Grimes, better look this time. That one's cash. The assist goes to Yovi. Mobley backing down Hendricks. He kicks it back out. Sohan's third try from beyond the arc, and this time it's cash. Off the screen from Hendricks. Yovi trying to fire over Mobley. Can't. Gets it back. Blocked again, this time by Jared Allen. Not a wise idea to shoot down low amongst these big trees. This is the one team in the entire league that you don't want to do that at the rim. As Garland somehow scores despite traffic all around him. We're 2 for 10. They're 5 for 9. Got to play for Boyd coming here out on the wing. Deep three. Couple of feet behind the line. Line drove it. How is there another mismatch? How does this keep happening? Seriously. I don't get it. Garland, wide open. It's 15-5. I'm making a slight change real quick. I'm going to make sure that going forward, Duren is on Jared Allen no matter what. Or stay attached. Always. Didn't expect our guys to not be able to create any offense as Boyd finds his first bucket finally. With 6:30 to go in this first quarter. We can't rely on a bucket every 3 possessions. We got to start scoring on the regular as Garland steps into a 3, but this time it's off the mark. 8-point game. Boyd has a free path, pulls up. What are you doing? Why did he pull up there? Vassell in the game now, and he cashes that three. 18-7. Now we turn the ball over. Tried to go backdoor. Allen read the play the whole way. Hendricks with a bad pass. This is reminiscent of that play-in tournament game where the Cavaliers were in complete control from minute 1. Screen from Hendricks. Boyd. Pump fakes. And has to fire a contested shot, but he got it. Garland trying to clear out here. Trying to take on Grimes. Can we stay in front? No. How does Garland even score that? Jesus Christ. He's got 10. Well, Steve Ray, the very controversial 8th overall pick, has checked in. He finds Jovanovic for 3, but he can't knock it down. We're looking like we're going to have some offensive issues here. Jovanovic is 1 for 6. Has not taken good shots, to be honest. Several of them were blocked. And now Webb gets a steal. Hoofs it up ahead. Ray takes on Sohan. Got it through traffic. There's his first bucket in a Neptunes uniform for the rookie. Sohan, top of the key. Missed it. Luckily, he hasn't really hit too many of those threes he's taken so far. Had the one, but not the rest. Jovanovic, the mid-range jumper, rattling out. Shot clock under 5. Shooter having some issues with Jovanovic, but eventually he finds the bucket with 2 seconds to spare. Man, we just look so sloppy. Screen out of bounds, turnover. Schroeder trying to attack Anthony now, and that one's off. Can the backups breathe life into this offense? Because we need it desperately. Steve Ray draws the foul on Oliver Arthur, and he'll head to the charity stripe for 2. And we saw his attribute last episode. He is a terrible free throw shooter, so I'm expecting a 1 for 2 or 0 for 2. But not both. There's the first miss. The second one is good, though. Now Schroeder steps out of bounds. We take over. At least they're going to have some unforced errors, too. Anthony gets inside. Pump fakes. Finds Boyd for the open triple. That one is off. We got to hit these open threes, man. We just have to. That's how you win basketball games. Webb hands off. Anthony finds Ray in the corner for 3. He can't knock it down either. Off the screen from Mobley. Schroeder back to him. Robinson Earl. No defense at all. Robinson Earl now open triple. Finally, somebody hits one. Need more of that. We've only got 15 points here in the first quarter. This is, I feel like I've said this a couple of times, especially last year. This is one of the worst first quarters we've ever seen from this team. It's opening night. And Mobley's fouled. First free throw up and in there. It's a disheartening start to the season, but Mobley goes 1 for 2. Corey Kispert checks in for the first time. We'll see what he can bring us. Ray into a shot, missed it at the rim. Mobley came over to help. A 2 comes over. Garland pulls the trigger. That one's off. We have one more shot here in this first quarter, but we're going to have less than 20 points, which is, like, not even close to what you want to hear. But here we go. What do we draw up here? Anthony, isolation, fires. How is that the play? I don't agree with that call at all. 27-15.
Virginia Beach, 15.
Start of the second quarter. Haven't seen anything at all from Durham besides a couple of offensive rebounds. I don't think he has any points, but he's not been doing anything. And Yovi and Boyd haven't done a whole lot as we turn the ball over here as well. We've shot 27% so far in this game. They've shot around 50%. Garland, open off ball, high arcer, missed it. Webb outboxes Mobley for it. This quarter has to be a big one offensively because if it's not, we're going to be down by 20 plus at halftime. I can see it now. So Webb hits a 3. 9-point game. Garland trying to answer back. No. Kispert doubled. Back to Anthony. His 3's in there. Timeout Cavs. Another handoff. Garland fires immediately, but a couple of bad shots in a row. Now he's only 4 for 11 from the field. Mismatch down low. Kispert sees it. Duren on Garland. He kicks it back out. Webb for the open triple again. No, but Duren's there. Back to Grimes. Second chance points. Yes! Let's go. We're back in this. Garland again. Just wants to shoot the ball, but right now they're not dropping. Off the screen from Webb. Anthony back to him. He goes out of a shot. Why did you pass that, Webb? You had the open look. And instead he turns it over. Garland continues to shoot and miss. Anthony finds Grimes on the cut. 1-point game. Great start to the quarter. Just what I was looking for. Out of a Cavaliers timeout. They're trying to get back on track here. They find Garland on the cut, and Grimes is behind him. So an easy bucket. Anthony attacks the paint, steps back, got it over two defenders. Schroeder. It's baseline. Anthony's in front. We deflect the pass. Batum gets it back and scores, though. Anthony gets the handoff. Races past his defender. Misses the shot. Duren will punch it in, though. Isolation for Schroeder here. He takes Anthony off the dribble and scores at the rim. Timeout, Virginia Beach. Kispert leaks out for the open jumper. That one's in there. The long 2 is good. We're hanging around. 1-point game. It's been that way for the last couple of shots. Just trying to find a window to take our first lead. Schroeder wide open. Dang. Backdoor cut. It gets through to Kispert, but he missed the dunk. Webb gets it back and scores. We got the points either way. Garland attacking Grimes. Back to Allen. Good passing by the Cavaliers, but better defense by the Neptunes. Here's our chance. Down by 1, a chance to take our first lead of the game. Ivanovic finds Webb for the stuff. It's 36-35. The home team's out in front. Strus with Webb guarding him. Can't get by him in the paint. Get a stop here, Webb. Come on. Somehow Strus scores. Did you guys just see that? How? Yovi to Kispert for 3. No. Garland. Quick shot off the screen. This time it falls. I mean, he's going to be shooting all day long. They're going to drop eventually. We just got to start knocking down our shots a little bit more and not turning the ball over. Schroeder jumps the pass intended for Grimes. We foul him on the other end. And just like that, the Cavaliers are going to propel themselves back in front by a couple of scores, although the first free throw is off the mark. Boyd and Ray check back in, as does Robinson Earl. So we got interesting lineup out there. Yovi, Ray, Boyd, Robinson Earl, and Webb. Let's see what this 5-man lineup can bring us here with 2 starters out there, or 2 stars with a couple of backups. Boyd hop steps and finishes at the rim. Nice move. Schroeder to Garland, off ball. That one's in there. And now that we don't have Grimes on the court, gonna make another defensive change real quick to put Steve Ray on him instead. Out on the wing, Ray's got it. He finds Jovanovic wide open too. Got it this time. Garland, another three. Nope. At least he has not been, deadly from out there. It's been the one saving grace so far. Couple of handoffs here. Got to find a shot. Robinson Earl pulls the trigger. I just feel like whoever has the ball, if they're being guarded by Mobley, then they're just not going to score. That's what it feels like. Garland, baseline drive, bucket and foul on Ray. He attacks the rookie immediately. When are we going to be able to guard this guy at all? Down by 7 now. Just over 3 to play in the first half. Boyd fires. Got it. He has got 8 points. They feed Mobley. What is Robinson Earl even doing getting caught up in the air like that? What was he even thinking? But a Cavs run of 14-6 has them up 49-42 now. Just trying to close this first half out on a good mark and not let their lead extend any further. Boyd hesitates, out of a shot, finds Earl. He's blocked by Mobley. Do you see what I'm saying? They call it a foul, but even still, you can't score on this guy, man. First free throw's in there. Robinson Earl goes 2 for 2. Nice shots. Garland back to Allen. It was tipped by Duren. That's the second tip of the day, both of which have gone back to the Cavaliers. Now we're doubling Garland, which leaves Sohan wide open. But he has been off the mark in this first half, luckily for us. During the screen, Jovanovic pulls the trigger. That one's in there. Off the screen, Garland, another triple. Come on! Boyd makes the grab. Quick 3. That one's off. Duren's there. And he's fouled on the putback attempt. The second on Mobley. 2 quick fouls on him to end this first half. I don't think they'll matter that much, but the free throws are important. They're going to bring a couple of guys back in as Duren knocks down both. Good work. Backdoor cut by Mobley. I see it coming a mile away, but the defense doesn't. Nice screen. Jovanovic out of a shot finds Duren. Great pass. Mobley's got it. Trying to find a pass. He goes to Strus. Garland no longer in the game, but Vassell pulls the trigger. That one's good. Ray's going to round an off-ball screen. He passed up the open 3. He goes back door now. He's going to come back for another look. There he is. It's open, and it's off. The first half is about to come to a close. You're down by, 9 after 1? Now we're down by 7. Barely made any progress at all after a good start to the quarter. And that one's not going to count. Thank God. At least I don't think. They're going to the monitor to take a look. Here's a replay of that one. Does it get the shot off? Definitely not. Start of the second half. The Cavaliers shot way better than we did, but every other stat was actually pretty close. More than we've seen the last 2 times we have faced the Cavaliers based off first half stats. So that second quarter was at least a very good quarter for us. They got to do more of the same here in the third and not let us fall behind even further. In fact, I want us to bring this lead all the way back around to ourselves by quarter's end. That's what I'm looking for here. Show some grit, show some toughness, take better shots, hit the open ones too. Boyd, wide open 3. That's what I'm talking about. We're doubling Garland. I don't want us to do that. Vassell's wide open. Thankfully, you missed that one. Yobi matched up on Vassell. Not the best matchup for him. And he stalled in his tracks. Has to fade away. And it just toilet bowls out. Almost got it to go. We double again. Sohan's open this time. How do I prevent this? I don't want to double the entire half. I don't want to. Because that's going to happen every play. Grimes moves off ball. That's a wide open 3. That one's good as well. All right, for help defense, I am straight up just turning this down. And why does it say the playbook is the Hawks playbook? It's the Kings playbook. Is that what's been going on here? I'm putting the help defense down to 15 now until we stop doubling. The playbook, I guess, didn't change. I thought it did, but I mean, I showed you guys that, you know, it was there in the game plan, but it wasn't there in the coaching sliders when I launched, or when we tipped off this game. As Vassell knocks in another shot. He's been, what, perfect so far tonight? That's great. No, he actually missed a shot earlier, like very recently, actually. I'm tripping, but still. Yovi got it. Nice one over Garland. Now that Grimes is back in, we're going to put him back onto Darius Garland. Sell takes it behind the line and then pulls a trigger. Not a good idea because Grimes is right there with him. But a 4-point game. Time counting down now. Got to find a shot. Grimes back to Duren. Got it through the traffic from Jared Allen. Tough one. Garland baseline finds Allen. Blocked by Duren. We can tie it up or take the lead right here. Grimes brings it up. Ivanovic trying to find a way to get past Garland here, but he's not letting him. Now he's sold in his tracks again. Grimes back to him. Wide open three for the lead. It's Yovi. Despite the lead, I don't know, man. Something just feels like the Cavaliers are not going to let us pull away by any means. Not sure what to expect down the stretch here, but it just has a different feel to it. At least we're in the front, though. That's nice. Back to Duren. Our lead extends to 3. Garland locked up by Grimes, at least for a moment. Then he frees himself up and finds a shot. Off the screen from Garland. Grimes hands off to Hendricks, who's wide open. Mobley kind of sagged off, trying to help on defense. That is Hendricks' first bucket today, I believe. Has really not done a whole lot whatsoever. Garland trying to size up Grimes again. He can't blow past him this time, and Grimes, a great stop. We're killing these guys on the glass. 28-18 as Hendricks is wide open for 3. 5 straight points for him, and our lead keeps on going. What a couple of mid-quarters here. Still over 6 to play in this third quarter. It's not over yet. Sohan, they cut the lead in half. Got it. After a Neptunes timeout, same 5 still out there. Duren readjusts mid-air and got it again. He's hype. Trying to get this crowd alive. See Kispert and Webb have gone to the scorers table. They'll check back in here in a moment. Garland off the screen. Can't knock it down. Boyd matched up on Strus. He's not going to attack him. Jovanovic has it instead with Garland draped all over him. He steps back, finds Boyd for the open jumper. That one won't fall. Once we get Mac Boyd a couple of shooting badges, I think he'll be all right. But I think he's still a little bit shaky on those jumpers. It is only game 1. As Strus cans it from behind the arc. It's back to a 2-point game. Yovi blows by Garland and got it in traffic. Had like 3 or 4 defenders around him. Garland rounds a screen. Boyd tries to track him down, but the open 3 is still off either way. Grimes, the ball handler. He's got it. Back to Hendricks. Decent look. Plenty of space for 3. That one's not going to drop this time. Sell. Hands off to Mobley. Huge mismatch. It's going to be an easy bucket for Mobley, I think. Except Boyd blocked him. Vassell gets it back, and he missed it. Huge plays on defense. One of the best plays we have seen on the defensive and all career for Mac Boyd. A block on Evan Mobley, of all people. Don't see that very often. Now we got it. Jovanovic trying to find some space. He fires over Garland again and got it. He has played so much better since that rough 1-for-7 start. Garland gets by Grimes again, and that bucket's in there. He won't stop this guy every time. Garland's going to score. A couple of times a quarter he will, but If you can just keep him at bay, not let him run all over us, then that's fine by me. As Mac Boyd cuts back door and finishes at the hoop. The assist goes to Jovanovic. The offense right now has been absolutely humming. Double screens for Garland, but he waves him off, drives and lays it in once again. Just a bit too quick for Grimes. Garland's now got 30 points tonight, 6 points in the quarter after a 24-point first half. But we try to go backdoor again, and they saw it this time. Not a wise idea to do it twice in a row, as Hendricks picks up his first foul on the other end. First one, up and in there. Mobley goes 2 for 2 as Kispert, Webb, Ray, and Anthony check back in as Duren will stay in as the lone starter. See what this lineup gets us to end this third quarter. Anthony takes the screen on the wing. Tried to fit it through to Duren, but Strus came out of nowhere to jump the pass from a different angle. Impressive jump right there, and now the Cavaliers have a chance to tie or take the lead. Mobley, pump fakes. Webb draped on him. He has to lay it in there. How does that happen? That looked way too smooth and easy. But it's 78-78. It's been a very close second half. Anthony finds Webb. Open triple. Just missed it. He's had a lot more looks from 3 than he usually does. Time under 5. Ray guarding Arthur. He goes to Mobley for the 3. Missed it, and Duren pulls down a nice one. Mismatch down low. Ray finds Duren. He's doubled immediately. He finds Anthony for the open shot. That one's in there. We're back in front. High ball screen for Schroeder. He finds Mobley on the roll. Whenever you see a high ball screen and you see Mobley making the one doing the screen, I mean, you know what's going to happen. I'm counting down in the quarter, but Anthony stuffs it in. A statement jam to close the quarter. And it's 83-80, Neptunes in front. 1 quarter to play on opening night. And we're going for the win. We had to grit and grind our way to get back in front here. But now we are. The Cavaliers, though, draw a foul on the first play. Dalen Webb's called for his first. So let Goga Batadze take a couple of free throw shots. His first action tonight. Curious as to why his first appearance comes in the fourth quarter of all the quarters, but he goes 1 for 2. We get it back up by 2. McBoy trying to drive on Strus, then fades away and got it with the left hand. He's played well since the first half. 15 points now for him. You don't have Grimes or Ray in there, so Anthony's guarding Garland here, and that shot's off the mark. A little bit too much under it. Boyd spots up, but can't knock it down. Again, these jump shots, still waiting for him to become a really good shooter. This takes a bit sometimes, not just 1 season of growth. But 2, though, gets the reception. Great pass there by Garland. Webb the screen. Anthony fires, missed it, and Webb pulls it down, but he's blocked by Batadze from behind. To the screen, Garland, quick trigger, no. Nice pass to Kispert from Boyd. That's an open one. 5-point game. Garland, another quick shot. They're just not dropping right now. Definitely a much more difficult second half for him, rather, compared to his first half. Jovanovic checks back in after a dead ball for reach-in foul, as Webb's jumper is not going to drop here. Would love to try and get a lead up to like 7 points, perhaps. Oh, we're having some issues doing that right now as Schroeder drives and scores a quick bucket off the missed shot. Jovanovic to Kispert. Wide open 3 again. He's been absolute money. Sell the backdoor cuts. And Boyd's a bit too slow behind him. Got caught on the screen from Mobley. Here comes a screen. Hendricks sets it. Boyd back to him. Space. Not the best 3-point attempt. Vassell on the other end, steps back from the elbow, hits it. It's back to a 2-point game. You see what I mean? This is how hard it is to hold on to a lead right now. These Cavaliers do not let your team go on a run. They just don't. Jovanovic on the move, got it. How has he been this second half? Schroeder down low, Kispert covering. Tough angle on the rim, and he missed it. Another try where Jovi's trying to go ISO on Garland. Has to go back out to Boyd. Time counting down. He has to fire. Tough angle. No. Schroeder, quick three. No good. Okay, they are giving us chances here. Let's make the most of them. Extend this lead right now. Jovanovic. Double. It doesn't matter. Garland back to Metu. Tough three. Webb right there in his face. The defense for us has been so much better, especially here in this fourth quarter. Webb's wide open. Jovi missed him because he's doubled. Hendricks, though, mismatch on Strus. Missed the shot. Got to hit that one next time. There has been talk in the comments about Hendricks perhaps being a better fit for small forward. That definitely could be the case. And if there is a better option at power forward going forward that we can possibly pick up, maybe in a draft or something, then that might be a move, and you can probably just move Boyd to shooting guard, Hendricks to small forward, or, you know, some stuff like that, or just bring Hendricks off the bench and have a different role for him and bring in a new starter or something. But I think that's definitely worth talking about, but it hasn't been a huge concern so far, I don't think. I haven't noticed any huge problems with it to this point. Metu steps into a shot that's blocked, and Hendricks pulls down the board too, right off the tip. This game's not even close to over yet, though. It's still just a 2-score game. Boyd's double teamed by Garland and Schroeder. Out to Jovi. Open triple. He has been killing it. Off the screen. Garland can't answer back. The Cavs offense has just simply gone cold. Jovi, quick trigger. Again! He's taken over here in the fourth. Mobley, open jumper. Don't see that too often, but this time I'll knock it down. 19 points. Definitely has been much more quieter here in the second half. And it's been noticeable. I haven't called his name out too many times. Grimes, over him, missed it. Way to get a hand up in there, I guess. Vassell, quick trigger. No. On the other end, Hendricks the screen. Grimes. Hands off to Duran. He'll throw it up over Mobley. Got the foul, too. Sohan also trying to block that shot. Didn't matter. Jalen Duran having a quietly good game. Had a quiet, good first half with like 10, 12 boards. So, haven't called his name too much. But he's been playing fairly well since that first quarter, as most of our team has. Garland, though, is doubled again. Another screen for Grimes. He finds Jovi in the corner. Not this time. 9-point game, 95-104. And we get a turnover off of Garland. Jovi's got Grimes to his left. Wide open triple. Cans it. He got Sohan going ISO mode against Mac Boyd. This can't be a good idea. Grimes comes over and immediately just picks his pocket. Horrible idea by Jeremy Sohan. Now we have a mismatch. High post against Garland. He passes back out to Hendricks. Line drive to three, and it's off the mark. Sell finds space near the baseline, but can't hit the shot. And after a 57-point first half, this team once again has slowed down in the second. We saw this in our matchup, not in the play-in, but the one prior to that. And a very similar story happened. And the defense on Garland has 100% made a huge difference in this game. If you had Murray or Jovi on him this whole game, he's probably got 45 right now. Instead, he's got around 30 on honestly poor shooting, all things considered. So that is a huge difference. I think you take that all day. 30 points on bad shooting is not a bad defensive night whatsoever. Grimes takes the screen. Pretty much has to shoot it. Now we've gone a little bit cold here to end the game, but the Cavaliers might just be out of time here. Under 90 seconds to go. Sohan's wide open. He missed it. Mobley pulls it down. Easy dunk. It's not quite over. 7-point game. What a pass up ahead. But Hendricks goes out of bounds. What? There's no way you just did that. Garland takes the screen, fires, missed the shot, but now Allen pulls it down. Where are these offensive boards coming from all of a sudden for Cleveland? Allen over Duren, yes. 5-point game. A turnover by Hendricks is going to hopefully not prove costly. Yovi gets down low, tough angle shot, missed it. Another quick missed shot or a turnover. They get it right back. Vassell missed it, but we get the board this time, finally. And Sohan has to foul. We got to foul one more time, and then we have free throws to put this game away. Boyd is going to inbound to Jovanovic, and they will foul. He has got free throws. These two should end this game. First one is in there. Also, what accessory changes do you guys want to see for different players? Who do you want to be changed in terms of what they're wearing, and what do you want them to wear? I'm open to changing a lot of stuff around with these guys' sleeves and whatnot. So just let me know in the comments what you want to see. But the game ends and the Neptunes win on opening night. The Cavs fall to 0-2. We just put together a real grinded out win and had one of our best performances from number 3 in his career. Just what you wanted to see to start year 4, people. After a horrible first quarter, we come back and make everything count the rest of the way. (30-10). If that is not what you were looking for from DJ, you gotta leave. Because this is exactly what this team needs. A guy that can score at a high level and pass at a high level too. Even if Boyd is gonna shoot 7 for 17 on some of these days and, drop 15, 4, and 4, that's fine. That's pretty much what he had last year. So better shooting should mean better looks for Boyd going forward. The playbook was better in the second half, which is, I guess, why the first half did not go as well. That could be a part of it. That might be a part of his plays too. But Duren, 15 points, 20 boards. Like I said, quietly good, despite the big numbers. Quentin Grimes was very, very good. Shot very well from 3, 4 for 6. Kispert was 2 for 3. Anthony, 2 for 2. The backups and the role players did their duties. I wish Webb and Hendricks could have knocked down a couple more shots, but I'm not going to harp on that too much because it's only one game. I can't really make assumptions based off of one performance, but I think for the most part, the team played really well after that horrific 15-point first quarter, and to just come back and win against a really tough defensive Cleveland team, that shows you that, this team, this might be going somewhere. There might be some good stuff here. Garland had 35 on 33 shots, and like I said, I think you take that day in, day out against this Cavaliers team, because if you're going to hold Jarrett Allen to 4 and 9, then you're probably going to win the game. If he's not going to be grabbing board after board, even though Mobley was only 3 assists shy of a triple-double, we still played pretty good defense on Garland throughout the game, and we really picked things up from 3 as well, which was a huge reason why we came out on top, because we took less than them, less threes, but made more. And that's huge. Because if you're going to lose the paint battle, you sure as hell better be winning the 3-point battle, and we sure did today. The bench also came in clutch, 33 points versus their 21. So a 5-point win against a very tough team that we're pretty much always going to have close games with or just get blown out by. I don't think we're going to ever be able to completely blow out Evan Mobley and Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen, but you can sure as hell beat them, and we just did. So that is episode 1 of year 4, folks, and I think next time out we have both of our games against Seattle in the first month of the year, so we're going to go on the road next time and visit them in the expansion team matchup, and they are also 2-0 right now, I believe. Yeah, they're also off to a good start, so we'll see them in about a month on the schedule. But what do you guys think? Definitely a very interesting game, having a really horrible first quarter and then trying to fight our way back pretty much the rest of the second and third quarters and finally getting out in front by the fourth. Very interesting game. Very fun win after that, rough to watch first 12 minutes. But now we are 1-0 here in year 4. So comment down below your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace and take care.